Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
It's the money you could be saving with Geico. Even after this commercial ends, he'll be here waiting. He just wants you to save money.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Bear's winter home sale is on. 50% off all Bernhardt, Better Homes and Gardens, and Broyhill wood designs. Plus special savings on all Lexington designs. Bear's winter home sale. Unbelievable. Don't miss it.
Patients come to Baptist Cardiac and Vascular Institute for more innovative treatments. What a coincidence. So do other doctors. Our physicians train doctors from around the world. Learn about it at baptistheart.net.
Here's what's on Local 10 tonight.
Welcome to World News. Tonight from Washington. In the headlines, the president-elect issues a dramatic call to action on the economy.
If nothing is done, this recession could linger for years.
Wild weather. The forecast in the Northwest, dramatic rescues, thousands evacuated, roads closed. War fronts. Rockets from Lebanon strike northern Israel, while the children on both sides suffer a heavy toll from fighting in Gaza. And working man. Millions are looking for jobs. Meet the man who found 50 of them, one in every state.
From ABC News, this is World News with Charles Gibson. Reporting tonight from Washington.
Good evening. Barack Obama won't be president for another 12 days, but he sure sounded as if he were already in office today, making a major economic address warning of dire consequences if Congress doesn't pass a giant stimulus package and pass it quickly. No fewer than 3 times he urged Congress to act quickly, and if Congress doesn't, he said, it will make a bad situation dramatically worse. Jake Tapper, our White House correspondent, was there when Mr. Obama gave the speech. Jake?
Good evening, Charlie. Well, President-elect Obama's speech was part of a carefully planned campaign to win support for his strategy for a stimulus package. It's a campaign that's been marked by an increased sense of urgency with every passing day.
The president-elect said the situation is dire.
If nothing is done, this recession could linger for years. The unemployment rate could reach double digits. Our economy could fall $1 trillion short of its full capacity, which translates into more than $12,000 in lost income for a family of 4.
The man, still 12 days away from becoming president, urged Congress to act.
For every day we wait or point fingers or drag our feet, more Americans will lose their jobs. And our nation will sink deeper into a crisis that at some point we may not be able to reverse.
Mr. Obama has described the economy as a sick patient that needs to be stabilized. Today, he offered some of his prescription, providing some more detail on the hundreds of billions of dollars he wants to spend on programs to create jobs, 3 million of them, by doubling the production of alternative energy in the next 3 years and improving energy efficiency in more than 75% of the nation's federal buildings, increasing the market for a new green energy industry. Mr. Obama also pitched what politicians have in the past considered necessary but cost prohibitive, bringing technology to the healthcare system.
We will make the immediate investments necessary to ensure that within 5 years, all of America's medical records are computerized.
Tens of billions would also be spent on providing high-tech equipment in schools. And, of course, infrastructure. Not only roads, bridges, and schools, but updating the technology of infrastructure, such as with an electric grid that might allow wind from the Plain States to power downtown Chicago. Mr. Obama acknowledged after the Wall Street bailout, Americans might make up a tough crowd when it comes to such a promise.
Now, I understand that some might be skeptical of this plan. Our government has already spent a good deal of money, but we haven't yet seen that translate into more jobs or higher incomes or renewed confidence in our economy.
Mr. Obama did spend some time laying blame for the current economic crisis, assailing what he called, quote, an era of profound irresponsibility that stretched from corporate boardrooms to the halls of power in Washington. But Charlie, he said the fact that we got ourselves into this mess means we can get ourselves out. Charlie?
Jake Tapper, our White House correspondent, reporting tonight. Thanks to you. And joining us now is George Stephanopoulos, the host of This Week, and our business correspondent, Betsy Stark, to talk about all this. And George, let me start with you. He's campaigning so heavily for this stimulus package, but Congress isn't going to deny him this. Is he a new president, popular? They're not going to stop him.
I think you're exactly right, Charlie. There are the votes in both the House and the Senate now to pass this package, or some version of this package. I think the real questions are how quickly can they get it done? Can they get it done by his deadline? And how big is the majority going to be in the end? And President-elect Obama wants real bipartisan buy-in on this.
When you say as quickly as he wants, you're talking about what, President's Day weekend?
That is exactly it. And Speaker Pelosi said today she'll keep the Congress in if they don't get it done by then.
And there is some grumbling, though, isn't there, George, on what areas of the program?
There are, interestingly, Charlie, Democrats, leading Senate Democrats, grumbled about the tax cuts today. They wondered if they're really going to work. But I would group the concerns into three main questions. Number one, can the money get out very, very quickly? They want the money that will get out the most quickly. Number two, will the spending programs really be temporary? And number three, can they really be targeted at the programs that are going to get the most bang for the buck, produce the most jobs per dollar? And that's where the debate is over right now.
All right, let me take that jobs issue to Betsy Stark, because Betsy, he says this program is critical to save or create 3 million new jobs. Can he really hold down unemployment with this?
Well, Charlie, unemployment is going to continue to rise through this year and probably into next, regardless of what happens in Washington. The question is, would it go even higher in the absence of a stimulus plan? And most economists agree that it would, and that if you have some heavy-duty spending on infrastructure, that's going to create some much-needed jobs, and it's going to help cushion the blow of some of the job losses that are coming.
But we're still going to have a rising unemployment rate.
That's right.
All right, and let me turn to the tax cut part of all this. He talked in the campaign about giving a $1,000 tax cut to 95% of the families in the country. Do the economists that you talk to, do the businessmen say that will get people spending?
Well, you know, the virtue of a tax cut is that if Congress acts quickly, it gets money into people's pockets and into the economy fairly quickly. The problem is, and we saw this with those stimulus checks last year, is that not everybody uses that money to spend. Some people are going to pay bills with it, and in hard times, some people are going to save that money, worried about their own job security. So a $1,000 tax cut doesn't translate into $1,000 of spending, so it's got limited impact as a way to stimulate spending.
All right, Betsy Stark and George Stephanopoulos, thanks to both of you. The economy's troubles are rooted in the mortgage crisis, of course. We've talked about that a number of times. Today, the financial giant Citigroup agreed to support a major change in the nation's bankruptcy laws, which would allow bankruptcy court judges to alter home loans in an effort to prevent foreclosures. The change is known as a cram down, which is a rather colorful term. Here's Jonathan Karl.
Almost 5 million homeowners are believed to be in danger of foreclosure. For many of them, this breakthrough could be a lifeline.
If you're looking at a way to get to the bottom of the economic problems in our country, this is the cause of our economic problems. It is the housing foreclosure problem. We've got to address that.
Under the plan, homeowners facing foreclosure would declare bankruptcy. A judge would then be empowered to force their banks to change their mortgages by lowering interest rates, lengthening the terms of the loans, or even reducing the amounts owed. Until now, banks have opposed the idea, but today Citigroup, one of the nation's largest lenders, agreed to support the plan. Key senators expect others will follow.
Citigroup's action has broken the dam.
The senators say the plan could also help homeowners before they go into bankruptcy by encouraging banks to get to the negotiating table before the judge steps in. There is opposition from those who say the plan might force banks to make fewer loans and charge higher interest rates to compensate for possible losses.
The folks that are not as well off financially, they'll end up paying higher mortgage rates.
Banks like Citigroup, which has received $45 billion in taxpayer bailout money, have been under pressure to do something to help those facing foreclosure. Now that this proposal has some banking industry support, Charlie, Democrats hope to make it part of Obama's economic stimulus plan.
All right, Jonathan Karl on Capitol Hill, thanks to you. And elsewhere on Capitol Hill, lest there be any doubt in anyone's mind, Barack Obama was elected president today. Oh, I know, there was that little thing where 131 million of you went to the polls last November 4th. But today, the electoral votes were counted. It's done in a ritual rich with tradition. In those mahogany boxes are the electoral votes cast in each state. Based on the November vote, they're paraded into the House. Senators and representatives meeting in joint session. The vice president presiding. By coincidence, the first 4 states counted, Alabama, Alaska, Arizona, Arkansas, all voted for McCain. But in the end, well, we all know who won.
Barack Obama of the state of Illinois has received for President of the United States 365 votes. John McCain of the state of Arizona has received 173 votes.
And so now it is officially official. In the Middle East today, perhaps a new front in the fighting there. 4 rockets were fired from Lebanon, landing in northern Israel. It's the first attack launched from Lebanon since the fighting in Gaza began nearly 2 weeks ago. ABC Simon McGregor-Wood reports from northern Israel.
It was the first significant attack on northern Israel in more than 2 years. It's not clear who fired the rockets, but one crashed into this nursing home, injuring 2 residents.
All along its northern border with Lebanon, Israel has gone on high alert today. It's trying to work out whether this morning's incident was just a one-off or perhaps the beginning of a second front.
On the Gaza front, the fighting raged. Israel shelled 25 Hamas targets today, but more civilians were hit as well. Israeli troops are now going house to house, discovering roadside bombs and booby traps. 3 soldiers were killed today. There was another 3-hour humanitarian ceasefire, but this one didn't work very well. Hamas used it to fire rockets into Israel, causing panic. And 2 UN truck drivers were killed by an Israeli shell. In protest, the UN stopped the distribution of aid. These days, almost everyone in Gaza depends on that aid to survive. This Palestinian ambulance also came under fire today as its crew tried to recover an injured civilian. This medic shot twice in the legs. The injured civilian had to be left behind. Palestinians claim 12 medics have been killed while tending to the wounded since the fighting began. Simon McGregor-Wood, ABC News, on the Lebanese-Israeli border.
And still ahead on World News, we'll go back to the Middle East. What days and nights are like for the youngest victims of war. Children on both sides of the Gaza border sharing common fears, and that'll be our closer look. Dangerous flooding paralyzes the Pacific Northwest. Thousands of people flee the rising waters. And the enterprising job seeker who managed a job in every one of the 50 states.
This is World News with Charles Gibson. Brought to you by Walgreens.
Good news for those with a Medicare Part D prescription plan. You'll pay about the same copay anywhere. So join the millions choosing America's most trusted pharmacy, Walgreens.
Transferring to Walgreens was easy. We brought in our bottles and they did the rest.
We switched all of our prescriptions to Walgreens. I feel safer now that I have just one pharmacy helping me manage all my medicines.
With Medicare Part D, there's no shopping around for price. Go to Walgreens for great service, convenience, and peace of mind.
I'm Mark Goldston, Chairman and CEO of Net Zero. Here's a plan for America's broadband users to save $16 billion a year and $300 individually. Switch to Net Zero dial-up at $9.95 per month. Call 1-800-NET-ZERO or go to netzero.com.
Tana asks, have you been here?
Take me in your arms, rescue me. I want to stand a chance, come on and rescue me.
Like that's ever gonna happen. So make sure you're protected with Tena Serenity's complete line of bladder weakness products. Tena, real protection for real life. And try Tena overnight pads, especially designed for lie-down protection so you can get a good night's sleep.
I always thought calcium and vitamin D and exercise would keep my bones healthy. But I got osteoporosis anyway, so my doctor started me on once monthly Boniva. And he told me something important. Boniva works with your body to help stop and reverse bone loss. My test results proved I was able to stop and reverse my bone loss with Boniva. And studies show after 1 year on Boniva, 9 out of 10 women did too.
Don't take Boniva if you have low blood calcium, severe kidney disease, or can't sit or stand for at least 1 hour. Follow dosing instructions carefully. Stop taking Boniva and tell your doctor if you have difficult or painful swallowing, chest pain, or severe or continuing heartburn, as these may be signs of serious upper digestive problems. If jaw problems or severe bone, joint, and/or muscle pain develop, tell your doctor.
I've got this one body and this one life, so I wanted to stop my bone loss. But I did more than that. I reversed it with Boniva. Ask your doctor about Boniva.
Boniva helps stop and reverse bone loss.
Miserable elbows? They can find happiness with Lubriderm Intense Skin Repair. Its 24-hour formula is clinically shown to help every inch of dry skin heal itself, like healthy skin does naturally. Lubriderm, the skin therapist.
We're here in Washington, D.C. tonight, but we're going to go to Washington State and the widespread flooding there from one storm after another. 40,000 people have been forced from their homes with heavy rain and quick snowmelt, triggering serious floods, mudslides, and avalanches. ABC's Neil Karlinski tonight is in Maple Valley, Washington.
All across western Washington today, emergency crews were plucking stranded residents to safety.
The neighbor's car was going sideways. This is moving already with the water.
In many cases, they were just trying to convince people to leave.
We're going to have a boat go down your road here shortly. That would be the only time you'll be able to be evacuated.
A lot of people still in there?
No, we've got most people out there, a couple people that are close.
One of the biggest problems for rescuers is actually convincing people when it's time to go. Often people stay in their homes until the last possible minute and then wind up needing to be rescued. Not everyone waited. We were with a nervous Marietta Modal yesterday as she evacuated. Today, she was back, only to find 7 inches of water in her house and the realization that her heating system has been ruined.
As long as it didn't damage the floors, I think we're okay.
Heavy rains have melted record snowfall and splashed every river in the region to near record levels. As a result, Seattle and its surrounding cities were cut off in just about every direction. 20 miles of I-5 were submerged, wiping out $4 million in daily revenue from the 10,000 trucks that depend on it. In the mountains, extreme avalanche conditions closed all of the state's east-west highways. In fact, huge slides have buried or damaged several homes.
This is not good. Thank God for flood insurance.
Today, the weather is improving, but even without the rain, they'll be digging out and drying off for days to come. Neil Karlinski, ABC News, Maple Valley, Washington.
As we reported last night, prosecutors in the Bernard Madoff case say he's been trying to move huge amounts of money to friends and family. But today, court papers show that Madoff had 100 signed checks worth $173 million in his desk at the time of his arrest. Prosecutors are trying to get his bail revoked. And coming up, children caught in the Gaza violence talk about their nightmares and their dreams.
She knows her dad can change the world, but first she'll have to change him.
Bud!
Take the day off, okay, all right? Yeah, no.
Now, I'm not going to tell you again.
Get ready
One American citizen will choose the next president of the United States.
for the heartwarming comedy
You should read all this mail you've been getting. People are writing to you for help.
that reminds us that the most important choices we make
You can speak for them. You do it for me.
are the ones closest to home. I'm doing this all because of you. Swing Vote. Own it on Blu-ray and DVD Tuesday, January 13th.
Serious sore throat sufferers know there's nothing stronger than Cepacol to stop sore throat pain seriously fast.
I do!
In lozenge or spray, Cepacol stops pain fast.
If your auto policy could talk, what would it tell you?
Ah, the smell of money. I'm the auto policy that you're paying too much for. You're paying for stuff you don't even need. But hey, you got deep pockets. And what's a few $100s among friends, right?
Stop paying too much for your auto policy. Switch to 21st Century Insurance. We cross-check 21 unique personal factors so you can save hundreds on coverage that's just right for you. 21st Century Insurance. Just right, just for you.
In the islands, tropical flavors bring out the best in fresh seafood. At Red Lobster, we're bringing new island-inspired entrees to you, like tender wood-grilled Caribbean rock lobster and shrimp, brushed with a sweet and spicy glaze. New Hawaiian Isle shrimp and salmon, and new wood-grilled citrus rum shrimp and scallops, flame-seared to seal in the juices. Wood grilling and the flavors of the islands, a whole new way to love seafood. For a limited time at Red Lobster.
So Jenny and I were talking, and we just had some questions.
Of course, you're retiring in this environment. I have some ideas about your portfolio that may help answer them. Let's take a look.
Sounds good.
Edward Jones Financial Advisors. Over 10,000 offices, one near you.
Oh, no, I
I just parked here a second ago. Give me a break, will you? No.
Dr. Scholl's massaging gel insoles with 2 different gels for softness and support are outrageously comfortable.
On second thought, I think I'll walk.
Are you gelling? Dr. Scholl's.
John! How would you like to win $5,000 from Publishers Clearinghouse every single week for the rest of your life? Yes. Enter at PCH.com or by mail, and you could win for life.
Political corruption. But this whistleblower could never have known what her courageous acts would help later reveal. Speaking out for the first time, our Person of the Week on World News with Charles Gibson, your trusted source.
Tonight we have a closer look at the children caught in the latest violence in the Middle East. Youngsters on both sides of the border being killed, injured, and traumatized by the fighting in Gaza. Today, Red Cross workers said in the rubble of one home they found 4 small Palestinian children, too weak to stand, next to the bodies of their mothers. Since the Gaza battles broke out 13 days ago, at least 257 children have been killed and more than 1,000 wounded. Here's Jim Sciutto.
They're some of the most compelling images of the war, the youngest victims. Israeli and Palestinian children live such separate lives, but they share fear. Fear of rockets, of airstrikes, of losing loved ones. 12-year-old Abed was taking refuge in a UN school when Israeli shells destroyed it. He escaped. Several friends did not. I don't know if they're alive or dead, he said. It makes me worried and sad. Children here venture outside only for food and water. Across the border in Israel, there's danger from the sky as well. Here, children spend several hours a day underground in this bomb shelter turned makeshift playroom. Even sleep is no relief for 10-year-old Amit. I dream mostly about rockets and sirens, she told us, and the people who are injured and killed. Fears reflected in the children's drawings, and, say child psychologists, in serious medical symptoms, bedwetting, separation anxiety, even ulcers.
Their school is not safe, their home is not safe, the streets are not safe, and the grown-ups that they might depend on are not actually there for them because they themselves are traumatized.
In the Israeli town of Sderot, 16-year-old Sherelle told us what she misses most.
Do the thing that teenagers want to do and go out and have fun, and I can't.
She plays her guitar to forget, but the war is never far away. Just a few miles away in Gaza, 9-year-old Youssef hasn't left his home in 13 days. I don't go out at all, he said. I'm afraid all the time. Jim Sciutto, ABC News, Sderot, Israel.
There are several organizations helping the children of Gaza and Israel, and you can find links to those groups at our website, abcnews.com. And we'll be right back.
It was that day at the airport. Carl had been diagnosed with Alzheimer's.
Grandma, Grandpa!
But I waited to see how he did. Julie?
I'm Amy, Grandpa.
That day I knew I couldn't wait. Our doctor told us prescription Aricept is the only treatment proven effective for all stages of Alzheimer's. Studies showed Aricept slows the progression of Alzheimer's symptoms. It improves cognition and slows the decline of overall function. We started Carl on it right away.
Aricept is well tolerated, but not for everyone. People at risk for stomach ulcers or who take certain other medicines should tell their doctors because serious stomach problems such as bleeding may get worse. Some people may experience fainting. Some people may have nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, bruising, or not sleep well. Some people may have muscle cramps or loss of appetite or may feel tired. In studies, these were usually mild and temporary.
Oh, that's a nice one.
Talk to your doctor about Alzheimer's treatments, including Aricept. Don't wait. Alzheimer's isn't waiting.
Disciplined investing. It isn't about star fund managers. At T. Rowe Price, it's about experienced investment teams that stay the course. It's the same way we've managed investments for over 70 years. Low-cost mutual funds from T. Rowe Price. Invest with confidence. Request a complete prospectus or profile with investment objectives, risks, fees, expenses, and other information to read and consider carefully before investing.
Basketball is a passion for me. I really enjoy it. If I didn't have Aleve, it'd be real difficult for me to play.
Only 2 Aleve can stop pain all day. That would take twice as many Advil or 4 times as many Tylenol.
It makes a difference in my whole life. It really does.
Everything that goes into Mrs. Dash, all those natural herbs and spices, is just as important as what doesn't. No salt, no MSG. Mrs. Dash. Salt-free, flavorful.
Amazing holidays. I shopped, I cooked, I ate, and now I'm a little irregular.
Don't you eat Activia?
No, it's just me.
Well, then it's time for a new you. Take the Activia New You Challenge now. It works or it's free.
Don't let diarrhea keep you occupied. Introducing Imodium Multi-Symptom Relief. It combines 2 powerful medicines to work fast for relief of all these symptoms, so you can get occupied with dancing. Imodium. Get back out there.
Friday, it's the knock on the door in the middle of the night you never want to get. How do you protect yourself and your little sister when you're only 10 years old? Friday, uncommonly brave, uncommonly heroic. The story Brittany lived to tell, only on 2020.
Finally tonight, plenty of job seekers these days are looking for creative ways to stand out from the crowd. But one young man who was having trouble finding work has ended up with not 1 job, but 50, 1 in each state. How did he do that? Neil Karlinski is back to explain.
Daniel Siddiqui has a freshly minted economics degree from USC, and despite tough times, a brand new job.
And that's logging.
As a lumberjack in Oregon. Never mind the fact this isn't what he went to school for, because he also has a job manufacturing medical equipment in Minnesota.
It's about 35 degrees.
Working as a hydrologist in Colorado.
Oh, huge tongue.
And as a farmer in Nebraska. And that is just the beginning.
This week I am a park ranger at Devil's Tower.
You see, when he graduated and started lining up job interviews in the world of finance, he ran into a problem.
And I got rejected 40 plus times, and I was frustrated.
A common theme was that he didn't have enough experience, so he found a creative way to get all kinds of experience. He hit the road, lining up a different job in every state 1 week at a time, and driving cross-country to work them. To his surprise, from an Idaho real estate office to a rodeo in South Dakota, employers have been willing to buy into his experiment by giving him a shot and even paying him.
It was very nice today.
Thank you. We caught up with him working at a wedding chapel in Las Vegas.
Yeah, when you come to Jersey, give us a call.
Yeah, I will.
Whether it's the wedding business, marine biology, or working as an archaeologist, the fact that he has no idea what he's doing until his first day on the job doesn't seem to slow him down.
You're probably wondering how he lands these jobs. Well, he tells employers he's doing research on jobs in America. But he's apparently a quick study. 10 of his first 12 employers offered him full-time work. So what will he do when his 50 jobs are through?
Who knows? I've opened up so many opportunities for myself, and 4 months ago I had 0 opportunities, and now I have endless.
Even in hard times, Daniel says he is proof that opportunity is out there. Sometimes you just have to look for it. Neil Karlinski, ABC News, Las Vegas.
Nice work if you can get it and get it and get it and get it and get it. A very creative young man. That is World News for this Thursday. I'm Charlie Gibson, and I hope you had a good day. For all of us at ABC News, have a good night.
What's the fix to our badly broken economy? That's the question on everyone's mind. That's why all next week, morning till night, the full global resources of ABC News get answers for you on America's economy. What's the fix? And to get things started, we start at the top with our next president. Sunday morning, Barack Obama, George Stephanopoulos, a This Week exclusive. And have a question of your own for our next president? Just go to abcnews.com to submit it.
Behind this door lies the first patient they may not want to save.
I think this is a waste of time.
I agree with Yank.
It's inhumane.
ABC's Grey's Anatomy. All new tonight at 9/8 Central on ABC.
peace, especially on your lunch break. Heaven, available in 1-hour slices. Massage Envy's professional therapists will help you feel rejuvenated when it's most convenient for you. Weeknights, weekends, whenever you want to relax. Just $39 for your first 1-hour session. Find heaven at Massage Envy.
When it gets hot, reach for something different.
Hey, I love this piña. Oh man, Materva's the best, dude.
Their unique, refreshing flavors will bring your smile to life.
I love Materva. Piña's my favorite.
Drink Hupiña.
Hupiña!
An original pineapple-flavored soft drink, or Materva.
Materva!
Carbonated herbal tea with a champagne taste. Hupiña and Materva. Ask for them at your favorite grocery store. Now available in diet.
Wheel of Fortune is next, right here on Local 10.
America's game is tried and true. Red, white, and blue.
Ladies and gentlemen, Pat Sajak and Vanna White.
Hi, everybody. Thank you, Charlie. We're here. Hi, everybody. Welcome to our little show. Get ready. We're going to give away some money. Grab one of those devices, each of you, please. And the category for our first toss-up is On the Map. Jeff.
Quantico, Virginia.
That would be it, yep. Nice job.
Thank you.
Jeff Delzer just won $1,000. He's from Chesapeake, Virginia, in the United States Navy, a lieutenant in the Navy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What
I'm a radiation health officer stationed on board the USS Carl Vinson.
Mm-hmm.
And
how long have you been in the service?
Just over 20 years now.
And you're married, right?
Yes, married to a beautiful wife, Donna, and my 2 children, Trevor and Noah.
All right. Well, you bought at least $1,000 tonight. Yes. We know that. Nice to have you here,
Thank
Jeff.
you.
This is Ampon Pellegrino, right? Yes. From Sacramento, California,
yes.
In the Marines, a corporal.
Yes.
Tactical Data Network Specialist. It sounds complicated.
It's not that complicated, Pat. It's just a bunch of networks and servers.
All right. Well, I'm sure it is. Based at where?
MCAS Miramar.